Sound Band, 93.1 WPOC. So we do have an announcement. I'm going to do this quick because it isn't easy for me. So starting in 2025, I've been given a new role here at WPOC. Now, I have heard the word consultant thrown around. So I will be consulting, counseling, consulting. But after more than 30...
You can be my counselor whenever you want.
You've been consulting me for 25 years.
Yes, I actually have.
In some ways, yes.
So after more than 39 years of doing this morning show, this is my last week. If I even try to express the gratitude for those of you who have listened, raised your families with me day in and day out, I will cry. So I won't go into too much detail on that, but just know that you mean the world to me, as do all of those on my show who have supported me over the years. I could go back and list all the names of people like Marty and Mark and everybody over the years, but that would take a while. It's not like I'm disappearing. I'm going to be working a weekend show that's going to start in February, and I'll be popping up around town and, at some events and just representing the station and doing some things. So it's not like here today, gone tomorrow, but it is going to be a change, right?
And this will be your last week, so your last day.
Saturday, actually. Saturday morning will be the last.
But with the morning show here Friday, probably the way we do things here.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to say quickly that, the legacy you will leave this place is just unbelievable. WPOC and the Laurie DeYoung Show go side by side, and I can't believe this is happening. I knew eventually at some point you were probably going to move on, but I got to say that the main reason of the success of this radio station is because of you, and has been the entire time. And
giving me too much credit, Bob.
Well, no, I'm serious.
Okay, I'll drink it in. I'll just absorb it like a sponge.
And you talk about families growing up. There are adults now that grew up with you, started listening when they were kids. The longevity and the CMA awards you've won and the Country Music Hall of Fame, all that combined with this incredible career you've had with this radio station just goes to show how much of a talent you are, how much of a great broadcaster you are, and just the longevity in this business. Everybody around the country in this industry loves and respects you, and
I tried to make Baltimore proud, so that's the best I could say about it.
And I have some personal things I would like to say, but I would like to save that for Friday. So it's okay.
Okay, that's fine. I just would move on to something else now. So one of my...
Jimmy Fallon, what's he talking about?
Without dragging it on, I just want to say really quick, thank you for letting me take the ride with you.
No.
That's it. And we'll move on. I wanted to get that in there.
No, I appreciate that.
And I want to add that if anybody listening isn't sure about this business, but your career is almost unheard of.
Yeah.
And to be at one station for that long and make that much of an impact. So you really are a legend. And I hope that you find some happiness and some joy in your time off after this.
Okay, thank you. It's Dirks Bentley, 93.1 WPOC, somewhere on a beach. Now, there's a good idea, right?
With that.
We've got Michael J. dropping by the neighborhood. At this time of day, you're a little early coming in. What's going on?
I just happened to be here, and I thought I'd come in and say hello.
Yeah.
Listen, I heard the announcement that you made on Monday.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say that, and Bob Delmont really expressed how I feel. I mean, you've accomplished so much. You have. I mean, from the Hall of Fames to the CMAs and to the track record. And we know in any job, any business, a nearly 40-year campaign is incredible.
Right. I mean, here it was that, and then 10 years before I got here, which is kind of shocking.
And when you got here,
even because I started so young.
You did.
Yeah, 5.
But when you look back at how our country's changed, it was a different time when you started.
Yeah.
Yes. You broke through a glass ceiling for women, I believe.
Aww.
I mean, you've done just incredible things. So basically, the reason I'm here is I was surprised by the offer of of doing the morning show.
Yeah.
And I am just completely humbled. I've been here watching you for the last 25 years and seeing what you've done. And my head's spinning, to be honest.
Do you remember the first day you met me when you came into the studio? Have I told you this story? Do you remember this story?
Tell me.
Okay. Because I was joking with our bosses the other day about it. And I said, maybe I shouldn't tell it on the air. And they're like, oh, no, tell it on the air. So you came into the studio and you were so sweet. You just came in. I love you. I've been listening. And then you said, I want your job. And I'm thinking, well, you spoke the words, Michael J.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the blood kind of rushed out of my head when I met you because it was just, I look at you, with a lot of appreciation and respect, and I idolize you. You're one of my heroes.
Wow.
So that's kind of how I feel. So
So tell us when you and it's going to be you and Bethany.
Exactly. St. Pierre is going to the afternoon show
because that's what you used to do.
He's going to replace me, basically, and
they just moved some chess pieces.
Okay.
On the board.
Yeah, basically, it's a big chessboard.
Maybe we should recap for everybody in case they weren't listening the other day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Laurie's moving on from the radio station, and St. Pierre is moving to afternoons, and Michael and I are going to do mornings. So we're shifting around.
And I just think it's, I've got big shoes. I mean, Laurie, I've been thinking about this. What is your favorite memory that you can think about?
I've told the story a million times, but because I get asked that a lot, like what was the highlight of your career? And it seriously was the day I met two sisters. I was out. I think they actually showed up at my church. Two sisters, they were in their early 20s, and they said, do you have a few minutes to talk to us? And I said, of course. So we stood there, and they told me the story of how when they were growing up, their mom had a lot of addiction issues. She was vacant for a lot of their childhood. They had to make their own lunches. She wasn't in a healthy place. And they said, when we would listen to you on the radio, we realized there were mothers, I'll start crying, that really loved their kids and cared about their kids. And so you were our mom for a lot of years. You got us through our childhood years. And it was such a moving thing to have somebody say that to you, that they said, we hear you talk about your children and all the stories you would tell. And that made us realize that everybody didn't have to live like this, that there were other ways to live. And they just said, we just wanted to tell you.
Well,
that's the highlight.
It's obvious to anyone who's ever listened to you that you are part of this city, and you always will be. And you're certainly part of country radio you are country radio. So here's the thing. And let me ask you one other thing. I did take a note. I want to just ask you if you have any advice.
Oh, gosh. You've been in the business long enough. I don't need to give you advice.
Okay.
You just be you. Just be authentically you. And so when does it start?
January 6th.
January 6th. That's when the changes happen.
Bethany, you're with that, right? You got January 6th.
Oh yeah, I'll be here.
It's that time to get better.
You're open.
I was going to be here one way or the other. So.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm excited to work with you, Michael. It's going to be a good time.
I can't wait. And Laurie.
And I just want you guys to know, I wish you nothing but the best.
Well,
everything didn't always, things don't always go the way you want them to go, but you know how I feel about you guys. I love you, Michael.
You're going to make me cry now.
Okay.
So
you brought me a present?
Well, no one says chocolates or loves chocolates. I can't even say it like you.
Okay,
do.
wait a minute. But isn't this what the sales department's giving out?
No, these are Walk and Fuss.
Walk and Fuss,
babe.
Remember they used to have the little boxes of Laurie DeYoung chocolates?
Yes.
I love that.
So I got you the best from Walk and Fuss. Smythe wasn't in my budget.
Oh, that's hysterical. Well, this will be eaten soon.
Oh.
And just know I love you.
Well,
and I wish you nothing but success in the morning.
Equally. And you are not going far. You're not going far.
No, I'm not. I'm actually still going to be around.
Right.
I'm still going to do a weekend thing. And so I'll be around. You'll see me. You haven't gotten rid of me just yet.
You're not. We will be connected at the hip forever.
Yes, we will. I think so. But thanks for the love. Now I'm at a point where I'm just getting uncomfortable with the love. So thank you.
Well, we love you. That's really all I can say.
That's really all we need to say. We are supposed to get some rain today. What's it doing out? It's sunny right now.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
It's chilly.
Temperatures going to the low 50s this afternoon. Let's see what's happening on the road.
93.1 WPOC traffic.